Alright, this is Richard Quek here. Welcome to another session of my Facebook Live. In today's session, I would like to talk about network marketing. And the topic is, why are the baby boomers crucial for your network marketing success? Now, if you are in network marketing, regardless of what company you are with or what type of product you are marketing, it is important to realize that alright, the baby boomers is a very, very important trend. Okay, so I'm going to touch about what the baby boomers are and how you should pay attention to it. Okay, now the thing is that if you want to be successful in life or any business whatsoever, I believe that you need to be able to identify a major trend. Okay, and when you identify a major trend, you got to put yourself in front of the trend, not behind the trend or against the trend. Okay, some people are stubborn, they go against the trend, or some people, wait and see, so they are behind the trend. Okay, let me give you an example. Many years ago, I identified a major trend, the internet. At that time, a lot of people do not know what is the internet and so on. But I identified a major trend at that time, and I know that it's going to be a very big trend. So I put myself in front of the trend. I started to learn about how to market on the internet and so on, how to create a website and so on. So because of that, alright, when you have information that is valuable, that a lot of people do not know, then you become valuable yourself. Alright, that is why I started giving internet marketing seminars, and I could charge a good fee, because at that time, not a lot of people know about it. But you realize that there are also some negative people at that time. They told me that, well, the internet is only a fad, it will never last. Okay, so these are the people, they are against the trend or they are behind the trend. Okay, so here I want to talk about trend, and one of the most important trend for network marketing is what we call the baby boomers. Okay, now who are the baby boomers? Now the baby boomers are those who are born between the year 1946 and 1964. This 18-year gap is called the baby boomers. All right. Well, it was because it was after the Second World War. All right. Before that, there was war and so on. So basically, after the war, then the parents started giving birth to children. So that is why there was a boom at that time. Okay, why is the baby boomer so important? Okay, there are a few important reasons for this. Number one, the baby boomers occupy 1/3 of the world population. All right, 1/3 of the world population. Now, the most important thing is that the baby boomers control 65% of the wealth. All right, that means of all the wealth in the world, all right, the money in the world, the baby boomers have control more than 65%. So they have the money. Okay. Now, what is important is that wherever the baby boomers go through history, all right, it is important to realize that you need to identify where they're heading for, because if you know where they're heading for, you know what they need. You provide them with what they need, you become successful. Don't forget 1/3 of the world population. All right. So let's go through some of the things. All right. In 1950s, at that time, all right, they were still babies. Most of them are still babies. 1950s. You know what industry boom? All right, baby food boom. All right, to cater for these babies, baby food and baby shoes boom. Okay, later on, in the 1960s, all right, they were already teenagers and so on. You know what boom? Fast food boom. That's why you have franchise like McDonald's and the other types of franchising that became popular. All right, and also when they're teenager in the 1960s, all right, music was also very entertaining for them. So that is why those were the days of Cliff Richard, the what do you call, the Rolling Stone, all right, the Beatles and so on. So those people became popular. The demand was high because of the baby boomers. Okay, and then in the 1960s as well, there was a big need for school, not enough school to cater for this inflow of baby boomers. So in the US alone, thousands and thousands of schools were being built to cater for these baby boomers. Okay, now let's talk about the 1970s. When it came to the 1970s, these baby boomers, they decided to settle down. Okay, when they decided to settle down, you know what boom? Real property market boom, because they were at the age whereby they wanted to settle down, so they were looking for properties. Isn't it true? So at that time, real properties boom. Okay. Now today, I'm not saying that real property is difficult to do, but the boom is over. When the boom is over, it is more difficult. That's all. But when the boom was there, well, it was so easy. All right. So the 1970s was when the what you call real property was a boom. Okay. By the way, for information, I am also a baby boomer. I'm sure some of you are baby boomers. If you are still young, I'm sure your parents are baby boomers. Okay? Baby boomers. All right. Now, let's talk about today. Let's fast forward to today, 2020 now. Do you realize that every 18 seconds, someone in the world turns 54-year-old. Every 18 seconds, somebody in the world turns 54-year-old. Now, let me ask you a question. Feel the need and you become very, very successful. Okay, at this moment in time, 54 years old, what do they need? Most of them are already sick. Do you agree with me? Most of them are already sick. So they want to, to improve their health. Okay? Or those who are not yet sick, they are very conscious, okay, and careful about their health. No wonder health and wellness is a big, big industry today. It's not by accident. It's because the baby boomers today are already 54 years old and above, and they need help. Alright, health is very important. Health and wellness, no wonder if you see outside there, health and wellness is a big, big industry. Don't you think so? So it's no accident. Alright, so one of the major trends is the baby boomers, and today, health and wellness is a big, big industry. Okay, so when you talk about health and wellness, it is a big sector, a big segment altogether, right? Now, if you zoom in further, health and wellness, there are many types of products and so on. To me, this is my opinion, of course, all right? To my opinion, today, if you zoom in health and wellness, what kind of product is in demand today? I can tell you one word, all right? Product for the immune system. I hope they're beginning to realize that product for the immune system, especially now with this health crisis, with the COVID-19 and so on, what can protect you or take care of your body is your immune system. That's why you need product for the immune system. It is no longer talking about the other old traditional type of products whereby, Me Too type of product, whereby, nutraceuticals, vitamin, minerals, herbs, and so on. So you need a specific product for the immune system, because today is so important that you have a strong and healthy immune system to help you to take care of your health. Especially now with the COVID-19 thing, a lot of people, are looking for something. Okay, so that is very, very important. Okay, now if you realize that, all right, health awareness is very, very important. It's no accident at all. So what I want to tell you is that, if you are looking into any sort of business, is it related to health and wellness? Because it is actually, catering for the baby boomers. All right, baby boomers, don't forget, they are 1/3 of the world population. That's very important. And they have 65% of the wealth. That means they have the spending power, right? They have the spending power. Okay, so basically, I hope you realize that this is so important to realize what is a trend. Okay, trend is so important. You cannot go against trend. Trend is something like the internet was a big, big trend. Today is getting bigger and bigger. Everything is all relying on the internet. Okay, so let me summarize for you what I shared today. All right, that the baby boomers are crucial for your network marketing success. Do you agree with me on that now? All right, so baby boomers are very, very important. Okay, now you want to be successful, you got to identify a major trend and put yourself in front of the trend, not against the trend or at the back of the trend. Okay, now baby boomers are those born between 1946 and 1964. So ask yourself, are you a baby boomers? If you are still young, maybe you are a Gen Y type or generation. Your parents are baby boomers, that's for sure. All right. Now, why are they important? Because they comprise of 1/3 of the world population, and they control 65% of the money. Okay, and where they go towards history, they create a big trend. Okay, so I don't want to explain with you further. In the 50s was baby food, baby shoes, and so on, right? So those were the trends that as long as the baby boomers go through the trend, all right? Fast forward to today, every 18 seconds, somebody in the world turns 54 years old. Feel their need and you become successful. What do they need? Most of them are sick. If they're not sick, they want to remain young and healthy, right? So no wonder health and wellness is a big industry. Okay? So that's all I want to share with you today. I hope that you learned something. I think it's a very important topic, all right, for you to realize. Anything that you want to do in life, you have to understand trend. Okay? Trend is so important. Okay? And talk about social media. Social media is a big trend as well. All right? It's a very big trend. So basically, that's why it's so important to pay attention to social media as well. And I'm sure you realize one of the biggest, most explosive social media site currently is TikTok. All right? So you should understand that as well. And a lot of people are using TikTok to promote their products and services and so on. Okay? I hope that you learned something here. It is not a long sharing, but I really appreciate you and for spending a time here with me, and I hope that you really learn something. Now, if you like what you hear and see, please feel free to like, to share, and to comment. I appreciate that very much because I believe that, engagement is so important. I take the time to prepare this, and by showing that you appreciate what I am doing, please do comment, do like, and share as well. Okay? So that's all my sharing for today. I'll see you again next week. All right? Next week on Monday. Okay? So this is Richard Quek from Malaysia wishing you good night and goodbye.